Alrighty, Bass Nation, we're all hooked up and ready to roll. We're gonna head down to Tenkiller and see if we can't find a few automobiles for Adventures with Purpose. Sam, the adventure man, and Dan, the cameraman, can dive on. This weekend they're looking for a missing persons. I believe the gentleman's name is Stephen Adams, has been missing since 2004. Just gonna go out and do some scanning and try to eliminate some of their time on the water looking. Hopefully we can give them 2 or 3 targets to check out, and they have a few other targets that they've probably already been made aware of. I know I've sent them one, but I'm gonna go verify to make sure it's still there, and we'll see you guys tomorrow on the water. We've arrived at the Holiday Inn Express. Boat's all covered for the night, just in case it frost. Gonna go get checked in and get to scanning, if bright and early in the morning. Alrighty, everybody, it's bright and early in the morning. A little after 7 a.m. Just got the kids up. We're gonna run down and eat some breakfast. We promised them that if we stayed in the hotel that we would let them swim. So we're gonna let them swim for an hour. That should get the temperature up above freezing so that I can get out on the water and start scanning. Not that I won't scan below freezing, just makes it a little bit safer. And so it's supposed to be mid-50s today, so I figured why not let the kids have a chance to get on the boat. So if we get out there about 10 or 11, it should be in the mid-40s. And we can scan around for 6, 7, possibly 8 hours before it gets dark, depending on the temperature. So hopefully we find some vehicles today. You guys stay. All right, come on. All right, good job. Now you stay out of Bubby's way. Come up here. All right, Bubby, you gonna swim all the way to the steps? All right, so one thing about when you guys go to the lake, it's a good idea to have the area's sheriffs and county and lake patrol phone number, because you never know when you're going to get stranded out on the lake or when you might find something that you'd want to call in. So we're looking for cars today, so it's another good reason to have those numbers. All right, so we just launched at Pettit Bay, one of the campgrounds here at Pettit Bay, right back over there. Just getting the graphs dialed in. We're gonna go scanning for some cars here. We're gonna go over to the Cookson area. Came highly recommended to launch at Pettit Bay because it seems to be a pretty safe area for your vehicles and your boat and trailer and stuff. So quite a few guys out here this morning. It's 45 degrees. There's probably, I don't know, 6, 7 boats out at the ramp. So we're gonna get to looking. I'm gonna show you guys kind of what the setup is here on the dash, and then we'll put it on screen record off the front units so that way you guys can see some stuff as well. So this is my setup. I'm running 2 8410s, same thing as 8610s, but I already had the map spot from my old units. So 8410s don't come preloaded with maps, but I already had the maps. So we're scanning 100 feet out to the right with the GT56 transducer, 100 feet out to the left. Also got traditional down scan and then chirp 3D or whatever going on too as well. Got my chart over here with relief shading. Also got the fishing chart loaded as well. We're gonna do some scanning around. Like I said, we're gonna go check the Cookson Bluff area and the Cookson State Park area, and then we're gonna try to check all the ramps in between here and there and any bluffs that could possibly have a car run off into, so without a bunch of trees to be able to slow it down. So we'll go ahead and turn this over to the screen recording and kind of show you guys what we see. Alright, so what you guys are looking at on the bottom left-hand side of the screen is the side scan. So the boat is basically right there in the middle on the top, and what you're seeing on the left is, you know, to the left rear of the boat, and what you're seeing on the right is to the right rear of the boat. The top left is just kind of the mapping. I just had it on real basic mapping here when we first launched. And if you look at the lower right-hand corner, that is down scan, so HD down scan, and then if the upper right-hand corner is actually traditional down scan, which at this time I hadn't adjusted the graph yet, and it was still on the wrong transducer. So it wasn't on my through-hole transducer like normal, so eventually I fixed it. But just wanted to kind of show you guys what we're looking at, and then I want to show you guys what we found. Alrighty, Bass Nation, Adventures with Purpose fans, Sam the adventure man, Dan the cameraman, down here on Tenkiller Lake scanning for vehicles, trying to verify some locations of some vehicles. I've got a tip from a person that there's a car at this location. I just scanned over it. It is there, so let me show you what we're seeing. Alright, so I turned the boat around because I marked a car. If you pay attention here on the right hand side of my side scan, lower left side of the screen, but on the right hand side of that section, you're going to see a car right now. If you see it, we're going to circle back around this a few more times to try to decipher what kind of car it is. From here it looks like it could be a truck. Later on in the video you're going to see where it could actually look like a more classic vehicle, you know, like 80s body style or older. So we'll take a few more passes at it and let me know what you guys think. Here I do a pass basically directly over the top of it so you can see it on traditional and down scan, and it's really hard to decipher what kind of vehicle that is when you go right over the top, but you can tell it's a vehicle. You can see it on both sides of the side scan because I went right over the top. Here in just a second we'll go over the sides again and take a couple other side shots of it. I've turned the boat around again. Now I'm going to try to go to the right side of the vehicle so you can see it on the left there. Again, it's kind of hard to decipher what kind of vehicle it is. So I'm going to turn around and put live scope on it and see if we can't tell from live scope and actually get it right in front of us. Here it is on live scope, and this is where it kind of throws me for a loop and makes me think it's like an 80s model Cutlass or something. And then sometimes when I kind of move this around, then it kind of sometimes resembles a truck bed again. So it's really tough to tell. Let me know in the description what you think it could be. I don't know why it was having problems glitching to my phone trying to screen record, but let me know what kind of car you guys think it is. Adventures with Purpose is going to try to pull it tomorrow, so we'll know the outcome. But go ahead and guess in the comments what you guys think it is. Alright, so that's a wrap on today. We were able to find one car / confirm one car. Didn't know if it was a car, a truck, a van. Off the tip, the image that was sent, the coordinates that was sent to us to check, couldn't really tell what it was. So I spent a good 30 minutes scanning it with 2 different sonars, well 3 if you count live scope. At first I thought it was a truck, which was what we're looking for. We're looking for a single cab truck for the Stephen Adams missing persons case. There's a couple other things that they're looking for too. The district attorney in the Cookson County or whatever area. But so was able to verify that it's a vehicle for sure. It looks like, to me, more of an 80s kind of Monte Carlo Oldsmobile. It's kind of got that square body Cutlass looking frame. Adventures with Purpose is going to float it tomorrow. Well, by the time you see this video, it'll probably already be floated. But they're going to float it and get it out of the water. So I'm interested to see what it was, because I mean I passed it 4 or 5 times on side scan and thought it was a truck, and then I passed it a different way and I was like, whoa, that almost looked like a pontoon. Then I went up to it with live scope and I was like, oh, that's 100% a car. I can see the windows, all that fun stuff, but I think it's an 80s model, so it's probably not the vehicle we're looking for. But supposedly there's a bunch of other vehicles to look for, so if you guys are ever on Tenkiller and you guys see some vehicles, please make sure you guys are sending them into the authorities, and also send them on to people like me or Adventures with Purpose, or so we can get people that will actually go dive on them, because sometimes they get reported on and they don't get dived on for 3 or 4 months. If there was a missing persons involved, like that's 3 or 4 months that somebody has to miss their child and not have closure. So please just do your good deeds and get somebody to dive on it quickly. That way we know whether or not somebody's in there or not. Then the car can sit in there until somebody can afford to float it. That's, it does a little bit of contamination, but it doesn't kill the environment. The kids had a long day. If you see them in the background, Lexi's snoozing, Easton's snoozing. Wore them out this morning, took them to the pool bright and early this morning after breakfast, and then we waited till it got above freezing and we went out, bundled them up. They went and scanned with me for about an hour with the wife. Say hi, Amanda.
Hey.
And then it got pretty cold, so we took them back to the ramp, and then I drove around to another side of the lake and to verify this one location. So scanned the Cookson area quite a bit. Didn't get every ramp or every bluff, but hopefully they find some missing persons tomorrow, or at least I know they're going to at least do the lake cleanup and get as many vehicles out as they can that have been reported to them. So until next time, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys soon.